literally next week, I will tell you the shortcut to get glistening abs.
Hard work, work.
All right, gang, let's get into it. We're warming up. Warm up podcast. My name's Lou Michael, and you are you. And together we're driving to the gymnasium this morning. And I'm a little tired this morning. I did some stand-up comedies last night and hung out with a good old buddy, Zachary. Was hanging out with Zach. So just had a good time. So we're a little slow today, but we're going to go do chest day. Chest day, everybody. Chest day, best day. You always got the kids in the car on chest day, which I've been having fun with that, you know. Yeah, I don't know. We had a good conversation as pals and performers, and it's always something. It's always one of those times that can lead to an existential crisis when you're just kind of talking about what you're doing, because I like to think I'm self-aware, and then you have a conversation that does shift your perspective like 5% to whatever perspective it needs shifting. You're like, oh no, what the fuck am I doing? Oh no. So nothing like having a little existential crisis before you gotta make weight, baby. But I don't know. Hey, we're having fun with it. We're getting into it. And yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a long week of shows. Got a lot of stand-up shows. And I love that, but I'm in a weird limbo. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's an ambulance. Oh no, I gotta go a little bit further. Sorry. You're supposed to stop like immediately, but then I was in an intersection where I'm like, what if they gotta turn? You know? I always get a real big anxiety with the lights and the sirens. I'll tell you this much, because of that, I hate songs that feature siren noises as like part of the music, because I'll be moving and grooving along, and then I'll just hear the sirens and go, ugh! And sudden jerking of the wheels, not good when you're driving a vehicle, as I'm sure you guys know, because then the real lights and sirens show up, and I think I pulled my neck. Ugh, pulled my neck. Yeah, just kind of feel crusty today. Oh, look at this. The fire truck's lollygagging. Can't be that big of an emergency. That's never good. That's never good when the ambulance is the lights and sirens, and the other vehicles are like, damage is already done. That building's burnt to the ground. If the ambulance is lights and sirens and the fire truck's moseying along, I'm like, well, somebody's going to want to call the insurance guy because that place is gone. Man, I lost the track of mind. Whoop, hard stop. I do want to say to the few people that listen to this, I don't know if anybody listens to the long-form version, and if you do, hey, thank you, appreciate you. Let me know in the old chats, wherever we're chatting. I wave back, you know. But a lot of people are concerned that I'm driving and podcasting. The microphone seems to freak people out. I assure you, of all the reckless things I've done driving, this doesn't even break top 10 dangerous. Because I live in a suburban, borderline rural part of the country where I'm like, there's no traffic. There's traffic, but it's not like, oh my God, like, it's not L.A. traffic where everybody just gets in their car and they're like, oh, I've got to Mad Max my way to work, which that is wild to me that we're just making new cars, but we haven't figured out roads yet. Like, come on, knock it off. We got enough wheels. How about we figure out how to make those wheels efficient, you know? And if you're like, well, Lou, public mass transportation is actually the key to having a society that can get where it needs to go efficiently. Be like, shut up, nerd. I'm pretty sure that's a liberal nerd take. I don't know. It has to be, right? Unless there's money involved, then it's a big conservative take. I don't know politics all that well. But all I'm saying is, Here's the thing about mass transportation. People individually, pretty cool. It's all right. But we all know when we get in a group and there's a little bit of anonymity or the tragedy of the commons where you're like, oh, yeah, this isn't my thing, so I don't have to take care of it all the way. You know, like kindergarten 101 shit where you're like, hey, take care of things even if they're not yours. And you're like, fuck that. This is not mine. I will disrespect it immediately. I did not pay for this, and therefore, ergo, I will not be taking care of this. Now, I'm not saying that's everybody, but, I mean, if you get on a subway and you're like, why is there feces here? It's like, well, it's a subway to some people, but to other people, it is, in fact, a mobile bathroom. And I don't know. I guess public transportation, although is great, and we should really make it pleasant for everybody, just seems to be inherently not an American thing because we like our freedom, baby. That's the greatest thing about having a car. It's not that it gets you places. You just have more space, right? Your car's a mobile living room if you want it to be or whatever, but when you're in your car, you're like, I'm in a castle that moves and I can crash into things. That's why when people get road rage and it's always like little angry types, you know, just I never see. No, that's not true. Everybody gets road rage, but like it makes me laugh when a little person, not like a little person, you know, the midget would be the term that's frowned upon. What the fuck? Put a pin in that. 3 dudes. We're on old Grand River right now. 3 dudes just walking with golf bags over here like they're on the 9th. My fellas. I don't know if you guys are going to see them. They'll be in the background. Just 3 dudes. Full set of clubs. What are you teeing up on? Fucking teeing up on the goddamn. I was going to say teeing up on bitches because they look like college dudes, but I don't know how I like that joke. Anyways. I think one of the coolest things about having your own whip, your own ride, is it's that little comfort space, right? You know, and it's like little dog syndrome. That's why people can get road rage in their cars. You're in a wrecking ball. I love that, dude. I remember that from driver's training. A driver's training instructor's like, a car is not a tool. It is a weapon. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I haven't even driven one of these things. Hell yeah. Car is not a tool. Not in this country. In this country, a car is a tool. No, a car is a weapon and a gun's a tool. I have no idea. You guys can tell I'm all over the place. I'm having a nostalgic Sunny Delight flavored pre-workout energy drink. I don't know, man. I do know. Actually, I do know. It's weird. I saw Sunny Delight is also making alcoholic beverages now. I don't need that. I don't need the levels of nostalgia are getting kind of weird, infantile. Like, alcohol used to hurt because it should. It's poison. You know? Like, when people drink whiskey, they're like, I don't grimace. I'm like, okay, cool. You're tough and your balls are big. Big balls. Even if you're a lady, you got big balls. Because you can drink your whiskey and you don't make a face. I'm like, whatever. All right. If I have a shot and it makes me grimace, I'm like, okay. You know, but I'm going to feel a little buzz later, and that's why we're doing this. Nobody drinks hard alcohol for any other reason than to get drunk. Okay? And if you're like, oh, I just like the taste of whiskey, go fuck yourself. No, you don't. If hard alcohol tasted like it did, but you got zero goddamn buzz from it, good luck. Who you marketed that to? Fucking assholes, probably. No one. They don't make like alcohol-free whiskey. That's not a thing. Anyways, it drives me up a wall when I see like a Sunny Delight alcohol sparkling drink. I'm like, come on, man. I don't mind a White Claw. Hell, even a Truly, right? Those are fun. Huh? We've had Zimas and Mike's Hard forever. Those are fine. But now, like, everything is just kind of like, oh, it's got to taste like, oh, you remember the member berries from South Park, where it's like, you remember Sunny Delight? well, now you can get fucking hammered on it. I'm like, yo, if I want to get hammered on Sunny Delight, I'm going to do it like in high school where I make a poorer man's brass monkey, which is which is a Sunny Delight mixed in with a Busch Light you steal from your dad's beer fridge. That's how I'm doing that. I don't need it in a can like, oh, it tastes like, it's some fun. It's something delightful, yeah? Oh, man. I'm a lead car on this left-hand turn right now. That's a lot of responsibility. Because in this day and age, I've noticed that the lead car always is looking at their phone. We're all looking at our phone while we're driving, which is another reason I love the people that are like, be careful while you do that, Lou. This is like when a drunk person says they drive better when they're drunk because they have to be more aware. They're looking for cops. When I'm doing this, I have to be aware. Yeah, I have the microphone in my hand. Like, I gotta look out for the other cars. Otherwise, like, the amount of time everybody's looking at their phone. She's eating food, which is actually pretty cool. Oh, green there. But I've noticed like the Midwesterns, like polite honks have happened more and more because, you know, you're waiting at that red and the person in front of you is just balls deep in Twitter or whatever, and you go, it's green, please move. They go, oh, I'm sorry. And yeah, at this point I'm like, we're all doing it, but I'm like, good Lord. Like, I remember a couple years back, I had a buddy who would like be on Facebook or Instagram while he was driving. Just burping through it again every week. I thought that was nuts, like social media and driving. But now, like, I've caught myself doing it at a red light where I'm like, what the hell? Now, this guy would be doing 90 on the freeway where I'm like, could you please keep your eyes on the road? And he's like, dude, it's fine. I've got cruise control on. I'm like, that's not how cruise control works. Even the smart cruise. I'm like, it's not going to slow down enough for a fatal collision. Oh, God. One of these days I will talk about fitness. Getting a sick pump, doing reps to hypertrophy, the amount of protein you should be eating to maintain muscle mass while cutting. All things we could cover. But that's not what you're thinking about when you're warming up to go to the gym. You're thinking three things when you're warming up to the gym. You're either thinking, one, this sucks, I don't want to do it, and I'm probably going to hate this and do it once a week for 11 years, and, you know, good for you. Two, you might be getting ready to PR. This is your life. So nothing else matters and you're entering the Iron Temple. And then three, they're like, maybe they're graceful. I think most of us heading to the gymnasium like, I just do this to make it hurt a little bit less and because I think it makes me feel good. And now we wave to our buddy. Hey, buddy. Got a haircut. He got a haircut. He's looking good. That's our guy. So, hey, everybody, look at us. We're making good time. 13-minute mark, making our U-turn. Oh, we are going to have to yield here. But, yeah, anyways, we'll talk about fitness. We'll talk about fitness next week, you know? Little inside joke for us. Hey, just us. Just those few that make it to the end. We'll talk about fitness next week. I swear. Come back next week and I'll tell you how to get jacked and ripped. You want fat butt? I'll teach you next week. Come on back. I'll teach you how to do the splits next week. Listen, literally next week, I will tell you the shortcut to get glistening abs. You want to rub Crisco before you go to bed because your abs are going to be so glistening in the morning. Dude, I'll say this. It's just at the end of the podcast. 6-pack abs are little G gay. They are for sure. Or big G. I don't know, but they are. I've had them, and I've always, every time I'd look down, I'd be like, oh, yeah, dude, these are for having sex with men. That's what abs are for. The straightest dudes on the planet, I'll tell you right now, they might have an outline of 6-pack abs, and that's it. They stop right there. Because the minute you get cut, get ready. You know what those crevices are for? Dude, come. The truth comes out at the end of the pod. That's what they're for. There was like 3 or 4 comedians last night that were making jokes about the gym, and they're like, big strong guys are probably gay. I'm like, yeah, and regular shitty bodies are straight as fuck. Get out of here, dude. All right, we're having fun on the warm-up, everybody. Warm-up podcast. That one was never on the rails. We're just in a hover car blasting through time and space in the 4th dimension. But you still got to get your 60 minutes of play in, everybody. Take care of that cardiovascular health. So we made it. We made it to the gymnasium. Come back next week. I'll give you all the fitness answers you've ever wanted, and we'll have a good time. Maybe I actually will. Probably won't. The warm-up song this week is kind of going to match my all-over-the-place vibe. Silly little tune. Been on an 80s kick with you guys, I think. We're going to do Mexican Radio by Walls of Voodoo. That's Wall of Voodoo? Walls. You'll find it. Mexican Radio, the 80s version, not the cover. The cover is also fun. Listen to them both. They're a lot of fun. And, yeah, thanks for listening to the Warm Up Podcast, everybody. If you're on the YouTubes, like and subscribe. If not, you won't hear this. So how about that? All right. If you made it to the end, I'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye, everybody. Okay, bye. Goodbye, everybody. Okay, bye. Ready? Let's see if it works this week. There it is. All right, we'll see you, everybody. Okay, bye.